Hey everybody, CJ here from the Mallard Farmhouse. I don't know if you remember, but I think in two videos, in one of my past videos not too long ago, I was talking about how the mice got into my hunting clothes. And I was in this garage, which is across the road from the house, thankfully. I was in here yesterday with the girls, and I saw mice running around everywhere in here. So I went to looking on YouTube, and I found a mouse trap to build that I'm pretty excited to try out. So I'll show you that. Okay, so here it is. I built this this morning, and it's pretty simple. I took a metal hanger and cut it. That's what is going through right here. 2 pop cans, and then made a hole in this bucket over here and a hole through the middle of the pop cans, hole on the other side, and then you put your clothes hanger through the center of all of them. So now this will spin, okay? So then the idea is the mouse will walk up this board and then onto the cans to get the peanut butter, which I put on the edge, all around the edges here. And then when it's trying to get the peanut butter, it's going to slide off, and I got this full of water. Now, it's going to be out in the garage, which is not heated, and I don't have antifreeze right now, but I do have windshield washer fluid. So I'm going to pour some of that in there so this doesn't freeze. That should be good. So now we should have a very effective mouse trap, I'm hoping. So wish me luck. I'll let you know how this works out. So today the sun is finally out, and I'm going to take advantage of that, and I'm just going to take the side by side and chainsaw out, and we're going to round up a load of firewood today, and maybe a couple loads. I noticed yesterday riding out to the feeder, there were a bunch of limbs and dry wood that's already down, so I'm going to take advantage of that. And hopefully by the time we get back, we'll have some mice in the bucket. Okay, so right here is a trail that I started building right behind our house. Hold on a second. There's the house. I built this trail earlier this summer, and it goes down to this next flat, and I think there's a whole lot of dead wood out through there, so I'm gonna cut some more wood up to make a path, and then we'll pull it out and cut it up into logs. So we'll do that right now. Okay, so I got all that out of there, but now we're going to move on down the trail to this tree. And in a second I'll turn the camera around and let you see me, because I already made the first cut on a tree. I'm going to take down this tree. See all that? See all those gold wood chips? And here, let me come around front. We're gonna cut this tree down. I'm covered with these yellow wood chips. The reason they're gold, I think, is because this tree right here is the gold of firewood. This is an Osage orange, and this is about the hottest burning firewood you can find around here in Ohio. They say only to put maybe one log in at a time, because if you put a full load of Osage orange in, it'll burn up your stove. But I like to cut one of these trees down and have it laying, let it dry out a little bit. So it kind of worked out that it's in my way of the trail. Like I said, I made the first cut already, so let's knock her down. Well, that didn't work as planned. Well, the wind is starting to take it. I want to see if it drops here in a second. There it goes. Just about. So what happened is, when I made my wedge cut on the back side, I didn't make it high enough. I should have made it higher than this back cut, because it closed on me too quick. So the tree is pretty much cut from the stump here, but I got a branch over there against that tree holding it up, and that wedge cut closed, so it's kind of holding itself up right there. The wind is getting close to taking it down though, so I'm going to see what happens here for a second before I do anything else. Okay, so here's what happened. There's my wedge that I cut out on the back side. Pretty good size wedge. But there's what happened. See, it closed itself, and at the same time, this branch here, which I've tried to cut already, this branch here is resting against that tree holding it up. So I'm going to try to cut this branch and get out of the way. Well, you got to show the good and the bad, because that's just how life is. See, this is the branch that was holding this tree up. And see, I made a cut there. Well, when I did, it pinched it on my chain, my bar. And I thought I got my bar out of there and chain scot-free. But then I went to tighten up the chain because it was just a little bit loose. And I take my cover off. And you see my tensioner right here, completely bent. I didn't even realize I did that. So it looks like this tree is going to be standing up for another day, and I'm not going to get any firewood done. Well, this stuff happens, so I'm going to go order a new chain tensioner. You know, this stuff is still relatively new to me. I've cut wood my whole life, but never to heat a house. I've gotten better at dropping trees down and cutting firewood, and I've got tools to help me out. But I mean, I wanted to show you this because this stuff happens. You gotta be careful. And you're gonna have good days, you're gonna have bad. So it doesn't look like I'm going to be cutting firewood for a few days until I can get a new one. But this Osage orange, this is going to be great firewood. I dropped another tree 2 years ago, and I wanted to get that cut up today. I'm going to have to wait. But it's sitting over on the other field, and I want to get it because that's going to be good firewood for this winter. As soon as I can get it cut. Well, maybe my mousetrap's working by now. We'll go check that out. But you know, this stuff happens, and I ain't gonna hide, you know, bad things that happen to me, because that's just life. So it looks like this tree's gonna stand for another day unless the wind takes it down. And if if you like these firewood videos, let me know, because it's something that I work on a good bit, and it's our way of life now. We heat with firewood, so that's why I do so many firewood videos, and it takes a lot. Even still, with all these windows I've changed out, I still have 7 more I need to get taken care of. So we're getting there. I think there were 22 windows to start with. But yeah, let me know if you like these firewood videos, because I enjoy making them. It makes the whole job more fun, you know, trying to get a good shot and you know, seeing what all the work that you're doing. But I guess we're gonna have to call it a day. Like I said, I'm learning and I'm getting there. Should have made that hinge cut higher, or that wedge cut higher, and then maybe it would have dropped. I think that branch still would have held it up either way. But live and learn.